Ooh, we was in full gear when we was watching AEW Full Gear. Ha ha ha! And Bobby Monsoon just dropped another video, y'all, and we finna react. But if you haven't subscribed to his channel, here's a screenshot right here. We're not gonna waste no time. We're gonna go ahead and go straight to the video. What's up, guys? I just want to let you guys know I made a backup account on Instagram, so scan the QR code so that way you can follow back. Also, follow me on Twitter. Also, follow me on Instagram. I do have another account you can follow on there as well, and you can scan the QR code for that. So anytime I make a video, make sure you guys check the bio so that way you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for both accounts for Instagram and also for Twitter page. So I appreciate the support. Thank you guys for looking. Let's get to the video.
This Sunday is filled with sadness, y'all. The Don Callis family. We went 0-3. We lost the TNT title. Okada and Takeshita can't get on the same page. The Young Bucks stabbed us in the back. Oh! Tony Khan, how could you book this? The professional wrestling world is in disarray. Now I don't know if I should be happy or sad. Sad because the Don Callis family. Oh my God, we were supposed to be up 3 new members, the Young Bucks and Mark Briscoe. But not only we didn't get no new members, the TNT title been stripped from us. And my heart is broken, man. But I don't know if I should be happy because Tony Khan, oh man, it started off slow. I was hungry, I was starving for some good wrestling. He made us wait and wait and wait. I was getting nervous, y'all, but man, at the end of the day, when the show was all said and done, Tony Khan cooked a plate only my grandmama could make. This was fire. Tony Khan is a man that wears many hats. You know, he got business with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He owns AEW. I'm hearing he's in the real estate, and also he has like a bunch of other investments out there. But man, the next hat Tony Khan needs to be putting on is the LA Dodgers hat. Because the curveballs that he was throwing all night at Full Gear, man, you could win a World Series with those, Tony! We didn't expect Mark Briscoe to gain the title. We didn't expect Chris Statlander to retain a title. We didn't expect Samoa Joe to walk out of AEW World Heavyweight Champion. We didn't expect Swerve Strickland to return with new music and be at the end of the show standing tall with Hangman Adam Page. Oh, man. Somebody should have told me that turning on Full Gear would be equivalent to walking into a surprise party.
Whew, long day.
Happy birthday, Bobby! Tony Khan gave us blood and guts, and I told y'all, it felt like he gifted us Thanksgiving early. Then he turned around and gave us Full Gear. And even though it took a little bit longer to cook, man, I felt like we was gifted Thanksgiving again. But man, you know us black folks, when we eat a lot, especially when we was hungry, we're gonna eat and we're gonna get the itis. And it's perfect timing because next week is Snore Games. And I'm looking at the Survivor Series card, and I see one guarantee: to be put straight to sleep thanks to Paula.
Someone in the comment box that said that AEW puts WWE to shame. The storylines, the backstage drama, the violence in the ring is not even close. It's like WWE just takes the fans for granted and they no longer even care. AEW is crushing it. The ladies are ruthless and heads above AEW. No contest. Yeah, that's a fact. And while the women in WWE ain't doing nothing but just acting or catering, you know, like they ain't doing nothing. I mean, shoot, they ain't like AJ Lee where they could be at home, you know. She's wrestling now, but what's gonna happen after War Games? She's just gonna go back home. You should have gave her part-time. That full-time crap don't mean nothing. But y'all signed them contracts, so now you got to deal with the amount of years you're there. And if they renew, it's mainly because they want more. They want more money. They want money. That's all they want. But let's continue.
Now, Full Gear started off with Darby Allin versus Pac. For me, this was one of the matches I was looking forward to the most. So I was happy it started off with one of the matches that I was really wanting to see, that I really had my eye on. Man, that boy Darby Allin! He makes you feel like you got your money's worth every time you spend the $50. This wasn't no DQ match. This wasn't no hose barred match. This wasn't a street fight. This was a straight up match. And man, Darby Allin, he got his ass whipped like it was a street fight or something like that. Pac come in, he's not playing no games. He from the rip is ripping the burnt tape off of him, right? He got bandages from the second-degree burns from getting thrown into the fire. Pac coming in, ripping the tape off, squeezing, giving him Indian burns. Imagine you just got burned and some sick freak starts giving you Indian burns on your burn, on top of your burns. Burns on top of burns.
Knife on me. What is this? This nigga when I said probably with a bitch or two if I'm delivering a swear. How we get into a struggle, got my knife.
Man, that's how he said it though. Man, Darby Allin was getting put through hell. He was getting slammed on the mat from the ring. Pac was trying to kill this dude, dog, to start off the show. We knew Darby Allin wasn't going to win. Pac comes out on top. But he uses a bat, though. He didn't even need the bat. But Willa Yuder comes out, and he distracts the referee. Pac grabs the bat, hit Darby Allin with it, and that's the end of that, man. Now, this is the thing. I want to ask my AW people. I asked you on live. Let me know in the comments. Where are we going with Darby Allin now? A lot of people want to see the AEW belt on Darby Allin. And I say this, the second AEW puts the title on Darby Allin, we're going to get a feel-good moment we haven't felt since when Mankind won back in the day on Raw is War when he first won the title. But let me know where we go with Darby Allin from here. Do he still keep beefing with the Death Riders? It seems like the Death Riders are turning their attention to somebody else. And it ain't Darby Allin. It ain't anybody else they beef with. It's somebody in their own clique. But we're going to get to that a little bit later.
Yeah, I'm happy that Pac won. I mean, honestly, it was the right decision if you ask me. I am glad that he won the match. I mean, for him to get his, to me, because I ain't never seen Pac win a match before. So for him to get this first dub on a PLE, to me, is the right decision, the right call. So, and also Wrestling Republic even gave it a 4.5 out of 5. So there you go. But, Darby's going to come back, man. Don't worry. He's going to come back. But the question is, what about Jon Moxley? Is he going to be coming back after his little special Rooney, if you know what I mean? I'm telling you, John don't know what he be until them boys come out.
So the next match, you got Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. You got the Babes of Wrath. You got the Sisters of Sin. And you got Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne. The winner picks the semi-final match stipulation. Now, I thought Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir was definitely going to come and take this match. These two women are just too much. They're two powerhouses, man. I think they're still going to win the whole tournament when it's all said and done. But tonight, Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa, they got the win. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is the part of AEW Full Gear where I think like we wasn't in full gear yet. I don't know if we was even in the car. I don't know if we turned the car on yet. I'm sorry. Oh, Bobby Monsoon, what you mean? You're not giving it a 10 out of 10? Not at all. Man, I'm telling you right now, after what the women did on Blood and Guts, the expectations are through the roof. I'm not expecting blood and guts, but my expectations are sky high for the women of AEW. Now, it was a cool match, but I was just expecting a little bit more. But, you know what I mean? I get it. It's still early in the show. It's a 4-way tag match, whatever excuses you want to make. Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa, they win the match, and now we get the stipulation. But I still want to know. Let me know in the comments. They was letting me know that I guess a Christmas show, they're going to pick the winner of the women tag team belts. I want to know, when are the finals going to be for the women AEW tag team titles? I want to see if I'm right. Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, I don't care what the stipulation is. They're going to walk out the AEW tag team champions, I believe. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that.
Well, I don't know about the Christmas thing, but however, I do know that the semifinal will be this Wednesday, and there will be the Babes of Wrath versus the Sister of Sin. So I don't know who's going to win that match. I can't predict right now, but I do know that as for Tony and Mina Shafir and Megan Bayne, I mean, look, I rooted for both teams, but I would rather for Megan and Marina win. So I'm hoping that they get the dub, because Tony and Mia can come back next time. But this needs to be for the new squad, not the paired up type shit. You know what I mean? And even though Marina and Megan are paired up along with Harley and Willow, it just makes sense if you just pass it to the new talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tony and Mina can get the titles later, So let the new cats get it, So hopefully they will.
Next, you got the men's AEW tag team match now. You got Brodito versus FTR with Stokely, a.k.a. Big Stokely. And what I liked about this match in the beginning, they had the intro with Big Stokely coming out, paying tribute to the movie. I don't know if y'all ever watched it, but it's a fire movie named Belly, man. They had DMX, Nas, and they go check that movie out. But that's where Big Stokely was grabbing his inspiration from his intro. The only problem I got with that, and I said this in a live, Stokely, if you're going to use references from Belly, you got to throw on the white on whites when you come out. You can't have the Bruce Lee sneaks.
Are you out of your mind?
Big Stokely comes out with FTR with his Bruce Lee sneakers. Throw those in the trash, brother. Get you some G Fazos, some white on white Air Nikes.
Dusty?
And you would have been good to go. But man, besides that, this match was fire. Brodito, great tag team run. FTR comes out on top. And I'm not going to lie, man, FTR, sometimes I get sick of this team because it's like, I don't know, it's something about them that just becomes stale. But recently, especially on their hill run, I've been liking everything they've been doing. They've been giving grannies a problem. They've been giving legends like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat a problem. And man, I'm liking the Hill FTR right now. Ever since they turned their back on Adam Copeland, they've been on demon time. I've been liking this. I thought I wouldn't like them winning the titles, but when they finally won, I was like, okay, I could get with that. You know what I mean? I could get with that. FTR comes out on top. A great match. Let me know in the comments, is it time to break Brodito up? Is it time for Brody King to go on his singles run? Because it seems like he's always in a faction. He never had that real solid singles run. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am. But Bandito, people be telling me, oh, he's with Ring of Honor. I know, and I don't care. I don't care about Ring of Honor. I don't care about none of these other promotions. I care about the big boys. I care about the indies, though. Don't get me wrong. But when you got a talent like Bandito, I think he needs to be on the main stage. This dude is fire, man. I want to see him in a Continental Classic. I want to see him in some type of title picture. He's fire as a tag team. I'm pretty sure he's doing a great job at Ring of Honor. But I think it's time to start moving on up for Bandito. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, though.
Well, I'm glad they won. I've been waiting for them to win those belts, so that way we can get what? No. See, we needed this since Forbidden Door. And now that they won it, we can finally get Edge and Christian versus FTR. Yeah. It's finna be a blockbuster. Cinema. I can't wait to see Edge and Christian versus FTR. Yeah. Ooh-wee. I can't wait for that match. Oh, yeah. Hey, bro, listen. I don't know which PLE they're going to have that on, but listen. If we can get that next year, it's okay if we don't get it this year. It's okay. They can survive another year. Okay, it's okay. It's cool. We can survive another year. However, if they can get this on Dynasty or Revolution or Double or Nothing or All In, whoo, whoo, we finna go all in. Oh my God. Now that's how you end a story. But I'm just saying, that, hey bro, Edge and Christian is tag team champions. Ooh. Dog, you know how viral that will go, bro? The whole internet will go crazy. My God, bro. Yo, dog, we need that. We're going to get that. That's right. We going to get that. For real, for real. So shout out to FTR. I can't wait to see you face Edge and Christian one more time, but this time for the belts. So carry those belts as you can, because once Edge and Christian take it, legacy remains.
Next, we got the Casino Gauntlet. My man Ricochet. Coming out on top here, the first national champion. I told y'all, man, I had a feeling he was going to win this match. I know a lot of people wanted to see Bobby Lashley win it, and I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind if Shelton Benjamin won either. But I felt like Ricochet deserved it. He needed it, man. This dude has been getting better and better and better on promos, better at being the antagonist, better at being the heel, man. From where he was at with WWE to where he's at right now is night and day. Now you can't get the mic out of his hand. Every time you turn around, he's trying to cut a promo, dog. He cut the promo about MVP having dementia. Now the next night on Full Gear, he's beating MVP in the head with the mic. Yo, this is fire. I want to see 2026. I want to see Ricochet have a strong year with that title. I don't want to see him lose it on a random Dynamite or a random Collision. I don't want to see him lose it on World's End or whatever the next. Give him a long run with the title. Give him time to cook in the kitchen with the title.
You motherfucking right?
We all see every time we gave Ricochet time to cook, he delivered. This is one of the best heels in AEW right now. Ricochet deserves that title, man. I'm very interested to see what this dude is going to do moving forward.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ricochet, man. I'm glad that he won his first ever title, singles title in AEW. Look, man, Tony Khan keep coming up with these great belts, man. I mean, 1 minute it's like, you know, you just satisfied with this one, and then another minute you get another one. First the tag team titles, and now the AEW national title, a.k.a. United States title. Only thing I would say about this, though, is that, you know, if they could make one for the women, that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe we can get somebody in the main roster to take the belt. I'm thinking maybe like somebody that's from America. I was thinking like Queen Emanata, you know what I'm saying? Like I would love to see Queen Emanata take that belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because Tony Khan been speaking highly about her, so I think she should take that belt. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you know, you can get, you know, Brad Breaker if you would bring her back, you know, to take the belt. You know, I'm trying to think, you know, hopefully, you know, if Camille comes back, she could take the belt. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many women in the roster that could take it. I don't know about Jamie Hayter. I still think Jamie Hayter should take the TBS title. Like, and I would love it if Decla would take the belt and then Jamie Hayter take it from her. And then, you know, we can get somebody. I can't think of nobody right now, but I was just like, because I'm thinking Megan Bain should take it. But then again, you know, she might, with the way she's booked right now, she might go after the AEW women's title. But knowing Mercedes, listen, we want Mercedes to take the belt, all right? But we also want Will Nightingale to be Chris Stanlander's final opponent. So after Will Nightingale, I mean, shit, Megan Bay should take the belt, and then hopefully Mercedes can take the belt off of her. I think that would be great. And then that way, all four women have great title runs with the belt. You know? It's only right. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Ricochet, and hopefully we'll see a long title reign with him. Hopefully.
Next, you got Jon Moxley tapping out for the fourth time this year. For the second time within the last 30 days, Kyle O'Reilly is making his name off of Jon Moxley's back. And remember I said the Death Riders got heat with somebody in their crew. I wonder who it is. Who you think? The same guy that's making them look like a bunch of jobbers, and they had enough. Look at how they're looking at Jon Moxley. He's cutting a promo after Full Gear, talking about just got a bunch of excuses, talking about the playoffs. Brother, this is the playoffs, and you just got kicked out. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jon Moxley, Claudio ain't having it, Pac ain't having it, Marina Shafir ain't having it. It's only a matter of time before they beat the brakes off of Jon Moxley. Kick him out the Death Riders. Then he go figure it out from there. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Kyle O'Reilly and Jon Moxley put on a great match, man. They brung out the forks. Jon Moxley, he had the fork. You still couldn't get the job done. Kyle O'Reilly, he switches it. He takes the fork to Jon Moxley. He grabs the chain. He puts him in the ankle lock with the chain wrapped around it, tries to snap his ankle in half. Now, there is some unfortunate news. On the media scrum, Tony Khan, he came out and he said that Kyle O'Reilly suffered an injury. Now, I watched the match. I'm not sure what injury he suffered, but he won't be in the Continental Classic. So it seems like it's not nothing light. It's serious to have him not in the tournament. So shout out to Kyle O'Reilly. And I said this on my live too. I'm going to say this in my video. When I first seen Kyle O'Reilly, I'm thinking he's just a jobber. You know what I mean? I'm thinking he's a small dude. It's like, bro, I couldn't even take him serious. But this program he's been doing with Jon Moxley, it made me a fan. Especially him, Blood and Guts. He made Jon Moxley tap out. You know what I mean? This dude is like, he got grit, man. This dude, he's like a dog. He got that dog inside him. That's what I like about Kyle O'Reilly, man. And he proved it again tonight at Full Gear, man. Going toe-to-toe with Jon Moxley. And once again, shout out Jon Moxley too, man. Jon Moxley really put Kyle O'Reilly over, man. For real, dog. For Jon Moxley, we're talking about one of the top AEW stars. To let somebody like Kyle O'Reilly tap you out 2 times in a row, whether you telling a story or not, whether Tony Khan wrote it, it don't matter. Jon Moxley has to agree to it, and he has to actually do the job and put him over. And it seems like he done everything in his power to put somebody like Kyle O'Reilly over, and the job well done, if you ask me, Jon Moxley. This was a great match. It's great storytelling. A lot of people are wondering, when are the Death Riders are going to get finally fed up with Jon Moxley and his crap? They're already giving him the funny looks. They're already giving him the funny stares. The fix is in. It's only but a matter of time that it happens. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that.
Well, get well soon, Kyle, man. I hate that it had to be you, man. I was hoping you would get the, singles title run, but I guess we're going to have to wait till you come back. Dang, so now he's on the list with Jay White and Will Ospreay, but, and what's his name? Coates and Gunn. So, dang. But I'll tell you what, though. Don't you worry about Jon Moxley. Pat gonna take care of him. But in the meantime, you rest up soon, soldier. Get well soon, Kyle O'Reilly. Get well soon, my brother.
Next, you got the match that broke my heart. Well, it was actually bittersweet, man. It broke my heart and it made me cry. It was pain and it was joy, man. Mark Briscoe winning the TNT title. And Mark Briscoe put on a classic. Kyle Fletcher put everyone on notice. He let everyone know why this dude is the future of AEW. Seriously, when you could lose the TNT title, but it come out like you almost won, it's just like, man, that's what a superstar does. He did everything that was needed to be done with the title. Now it's time to go on to the Continental title, and he let Takeshita and he let Okada know that he's going to be in the tournament and he's looking to come out the winner. This is causing a lot of disarray in the Don Callis family, but we got this under control. I got faith in my OG Don Callis. And before you know it, we'll be back better than ever. We had a bad night. It's okay. We all got bad nights. Kyle Fletcher has a crazy match with Mark Briscoe. We talking tax. We talking ladders. We talking steel chairs. Dog, I'm saying we, man. He tried to kill Mark Briscoe in that ring, but he couldn't, man. He couldn't kill his spirit. Mark Briscoe wanted it too bad, man. Mark Briscoe comes out on top. He holds the title high, dog. And this was storytelling at its finest. Mark Briscoe, man, they had a vignette, dog. That shit pulled on my heartstrings, man. Him talking about Jay Briscoe, him losing his brother, man, and the passion. Mark Briscoe being booked as a jobber, man, having opportunities, always not coming out on top, man, being booked on the undercard, not being took serious as a wrestler. We all like Mark Briscoe. We all know we're going to get a good time with him. But nobody thought he could win the TNT title from somebody like Kyle Fletcher. I know I didn't. Proved everyone wrong. I stand corrected, sir. My apologies. Mark Briscoe, man, we needed this feel-good moment. When I seen that vignette, man, it was a percentage of me that was like, damn, I want to see him win. It was a tearjerker, dog. He did it for his brother. He's looking in the sky, man, and Mark Briscoe, the underdog, the dude got no front teeth, man. The dude, dog, like I just said, he's taking loss after loss after loss, going through real life shit outside of wrestling. For it to come full circle, face full of blood, back full of tats. I needed that moment. And when I seen that, I'm like, yeah. Tony Khan has entered the kitchen. Tony Khan entered the kitchen, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mark Briscoe, man. I didn't finish watching the post-conference, but however, it is great to see him with a belt, man. You know what I mean? I never thought he was gonna win that belt, but the fact that Wrestling Republic gave it a 5 out of 5 makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Makes a lot of sense. So, you know, again, the storytelling, you know, him winning was very emotional. The fact he did it for his brother, you know, you gotta thank Tony Khan for that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that mean a lot. It definitely mean a lot. You know, so yeah, man. Hopefully, you know, we can get it. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get a title run, but if we could just like, I think it's gonna probably get that Dustin Rhodes type of moment where you win the belt, but the belt has to go back to the champ, and unfortunately, Kyle Fletcher is the guy that you're most likely probably gonna give it back to. But you know, again, I don't know. You know what I mean? But you know, if Mark do keep the belt for a couple of months and get a title run, that's great. But I still think Kyle should get it back, but you know, they might give it back. You never know. But but you know, I am happy that he won the belt though. But if they do decide to give it back, I won't be surprised. But then again, you never know. You just don't know. You know, the one thing about AEW is unpredictable, so you can't predict everything. You know what I'm saying? But with AEW, it's very unpredictable, and that's why Full Gear will always be one of the most unpredictable PLEs of them all, man. This is definitely going to go down in the history books, man. Tony definitely made history with this PLE, man. I ain't going to lie. This pay-per-view was lit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tony Khan, man. Drop a clues bomb for Tony Khan. God damn it.
Match for $1 million. I don't care what nobody's saying. AEW. I don't like this prize money thing. This was probably the first match though. I'm like, all right, it played into the storyline a little bit. So you know what I mean. I kind of got sunk. I kind of got drug into liking it a little bit, but I still don't like the fake money thing. Yeah, I mean. But this time I'll give an exception because it was actually some layers into this storyline. So you got the Young Bucks, Josh Alexander. Oh, the Don Callis family. I thought the deal was done. When I called the Young Bucks up that morning, they said they was gonna go with it. They had to change their plans though, man. It was the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander versus Jurassic Express. That's one of my favorite tag teams. Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega. A nice match. This was a solid match, you know what I mean? The Young Bucks is one of the best tag teams on the face of this earth. When it's all said and done, one of the best tag teams. I love watching them, man. Another, just like how I say Darby Allin, this is another tag team that just, man, they make me feel like, all right, I paid $50, but I feel like I got my money's worth every time I watch the Young Bucks in action. Great match, man. Young Bucks come out on top, man. And the Don Callis family, we had plans to put Kenny Omega in the injury reserve for life. That was the plan, but Young Bucks said, nah. As they're walking away with $1 million, they give the cash back to Don Callis. They run in the ring. They beat all of my homies up. They stand. They give Kenny Omega a hug. They shake his hand. The Elite, once again.
Yeah, man. You know, I didn't watch the match. You know what I'm saying? I fell asleep, and honestly, ain't no point in me looking back at it because honestly, I didn't care for it because I felt like the match should have been a Dynamite match and it shouldn't be a full gear pay-per-view match. But however, it is what it is, man. I mean, hey, the good thing is the Young Bucks are babyface along with Kenny. I really thought they were going to be, you know, I really thought they were going to go heel, but obviously somebody needed to take down the Don Cass family, and why not be the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and, you know, and the Jurassic Express, you know? So honestly, this is a good thing, and I think this is definitely going to lead to a storyline where we're going to get the Elite versus Don Cass family. So, because Swerve and Adam, they're going to go after the Ops. So, I don't know who's going to be their two partners. I mean, you could add Eddie and, you know, but at the end, but, you know, of course, you know, after Eddie, what do you have? You know what I mean? You need another partner because Hook is still part of the group now. So, it's like you're going to need another partner. So, I mean, because I don't know nobody that's beefing with Samoa Joe besides Adam Page, you know. So I don't know who's going to team up to take down the Ops, but we'll see. But, yeah. But y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about, you know, Kenny and, you know, the Young Bucks teaming up again, you know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. I mean, to me, it's okay, I guess, you know. But at least the numbers are somewhat even. We just have to see what Takashida's going to do. But he might join the Elite. You never know. Because, the number is even, the better. So hopefully we'll get a steel cage match or some type of match to, you know, to take down the Dogcast family. And honestly, I can't wait for that. So we'll see. But let's continue with the video.
Next, you got the... What are you doing that for, Bobby Monsoon? Oh, it was the shock of the night. The shock of the night. Chris Statlander becomes a roadblock in a Mercedes Moné winning number 14. I did not see this coming. This is what I mean, that Tony Khan needed to put on that LA Dodgers hat, the curveball. He was throwing left, right. He could throw with his left hand. He could throw with his right hand. Oh, man. Nobody's seen that coming. I put out a tweet saying, man, Mercedes Moné about to win in 5, 4, 3, 2. I was wrong. Chris Statlander comes out on top. And if you watch this match, it was almost like you almost knew that Chris Statlander was going to lose. She was selling the shoulder. She was getting her ass beat by Mercedes Moné most of the match, man. Mercedes Moné, she caught that momentum. She hit her with 14 amigos, still couldn't put her out. This is great storytelling going into 2026 for Mercedes Moné. Because it's like, yeah, you racking up these titles, but you can't win the big one, can ya? And man, I like that, man. I like that booking. I like that. It gives Mercedes something to fight for. So I'm interested in seeing how 2026 is going to be booked for Mercedes Moné, but I think the canvas is just clean. It's just, you could paint whatever on there. As long as you keep that common denominator that she never won the big one, as long as she always had that over her head, man, it's always something for her to be fighting for. She can't really be the CEO, the queen, if you ain't got the big one that's going to start playing with her mentally. That's going to start playing in her mind week after week. Every time she has an opponent, they're going to use that to throw that in her face. This will be interesting. Thank you for this booking, Tony Khan. Thank you, sir. This is called real long-term booking.
Drop a clues bomb for Tony Khan once again, God damn it. And drop a clueless bomb for Chris Stanley retaining her title at Full Gear. God damn it! And drop a clueless bomb for Wrestling Republic for posting this on their Instagram. God damn it! Yeah, man. Shout out to Tony Khan for this booking, man. I am so glad. I was so worked off. I was scared as fuck when Chris Stanley hurt her elbow, man. But, I don't know if it's kayfabe or not. I still think that Chris should take some time off for like at least 2 or 3 weeks and then come back strong, you know what I mean, to prevent any type of injuries, because Mercedes going to want a rematch, and I know she's going to want to put her hands on Chris Stanlater, you know what I mean, because she's going to want a rematch, and it's just ridiculous because it's like, okay, what about Athena? Athena should get a title shot for that belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Athena needs to face Chris Stanlander. Absolutely, because you got her facing Toni Storm at Forbidden Door. Why not have her or Jamie Hayter face her at the next PLE? I really think Chris should face Athena. I really think she should. You know what I mean? If she faced Athena, that would be much better because at least, she would get new challengers, and I think Athena is the right challenger to face Chris Stanlander. So hopefully that could be. Otherwise, you could, get Jamie Hayter or Megan Bain, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, or bring back what's her name? Yeah, bring back Brett Baker, you know what I'm saying? Bring back her or Camille, but I think Camille's going to go after Mercedes, but yeah, she's going to go after Mercedes, and if she does, she's either going to take the TBS title or she's going to take the Ring of Honor titles. I don't know, but she's going to take something from Mercedes. I'm just waiting for Holly Cameron to take it, but we'll see how it goes. But I know Mercedes gonna want a rematch, because one thing about Mercedes, she's crazy when it comes to these titles. She's crazy for these titles. So, and the main thing she wants is the AEW Women's title. But the only way she can get that is if she lose the other belts. I say start with the TBS title. Get rid of those. All right, get rid of that. Get rid of that belt. Drop the belt. You know what I mean? Drop it to Holly Cameron or Camille or, anybody. I'd rather for you to drop it to her. You know what I mean? Drop it to Holly Cameron, please. And then after that, we can figure it out from there. Okay? But I really hope that Tony Khan have Athena face Chris Stanlander for the title. It would be really good to start that rivalry going. It would be really good to start that rivalry. So hopefully we can get that. Hopefully. But let's continue with the video. But shout out to Chris Stanlander, man. I'm glad she retained, bro. I hope her shoulder is not seriously injured. I still hope that she should get. I really hope that Tony should. I really hope she gets some time off. But we'll see. They might bring her back on Dynamite. Just hope they don't give her no matches. That's the only thing I hope for. So. Yeah, but I still don't think she should show up because I know Mercedes is going to attack her and all that. But, we'll see. Y'all get in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about Chris Stanlander retaining. And let's continue with the video.
Next, you got Samoa Joe, Hangman Adam Page, another curveball. Back to back to back. Hangman Adam Page loses the AEW World Championship in a steel cage match. We didn't see it coming. Of course, the Ops got in the situation. We knew that was going to happen. We all thought that Hangman Adam Page was going to figure it out, but he didn't. He couldn't. Samoa Joe comes out on top. The Ops have the trio titles. Now they got the World Heavyweight title. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You got Hook. Came and he took the orange jacket off, and he had the shirt that said the Ops. It was collusion. It was conspiracy all along. Hook, man. Shout out to Hook, man. Shout out to Ops. That was a cool main event. That was a cool match, man. Hangman Adam Page, he had a solid run with the title. I wish it was more storylines with Hangman Adam Page with the title. I said this on live that I feel like Hangman Adam Page's whole title run was a bunch of, I'm going to give you a shot. Lee Moriarty, get a shot. Kyle Fletcher, you get a shot. Samoa Joe, this started off as him getting a shot, but then it started to become something else very quick. I forgot who else he faced. I think he faced John Moxley again. Oh, yeah, John Moxley, you get a shot. Remember on that Dynamite? So he was giving out a lot of shots, but I felt like it was just lacking any type of in-depth storylines, kind of like the one he had with Swerve Strickland. I love to see Hangman Adam Page when he hates somebody, when he got hate, when he's ready to burn your house down like he did Swerve. Speaking of Swerve, he came back. Swerve Strickland comes back. Does he have new music? It sounds like it. Did he have Prince Nana still? It looks like it. And it also looks like he's been in a gym too. Dude is jacked. So shout out Swerve Strickland. We didn't get MJF. What are we doing with MJF? They were telling me that he was going to come back, that he was going to be facing cash in the contract at World's End, and none of that's happening. I'm a little bit mad about that, but then I'm a little bit happy. Like, this is bittersweet for me because I complain about WWE about being too predictable. So I can't be a hypocrite. I can't contradict myself and complain when it's not predictable as much. So I'll take the not predictability than predictability all day long, man.
Yeah, I'm glad that Swerve is back. I mean, even Wrestling Republic, they gave the match like a 4.25, you know what I'm saying? But I hope that now that Swerve is back, Dynamite can get their viewership back up to 6. Probably like 5, between 5 to 6. Like I said, man, get, around that range, if we can get that range back, when, now that Swerve is back, I hope we can get it back up there. But I think the only way we can get it totally back up there is if we have Will Ospreay and MJF and Jay White and once we get them, then we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? But still, we have to wait and see. But I definitely want to see. I definitely want to see what the cable ratings is going to look like now that Swerve is back. But if it's still like between 4 to 5, then we just have to wait until MJF and Will Ospreay coming back. You know what I'm saying? We just have to wait for them to come back. I'll just say it like that. Yeah. So once they come back, then hopefully it will go back up. But we have to wait and see. But yeah, the video's almost done. So let's continue with the video.
Let me know in the comments what you think about that AEW Full Gear. Solid show. Between a 7 or 8. When the show ended, I gave it a 7. But as I talked to everybody on my live, as I reviewed the show and I'm watching some things back, I wouldn't be mad at an 8 neither. I think it was definitely above a 7, man. I give it a solid 8. F it. I give it a solid 8. AEW Full Gear. For me, it's only not a 10 because this is. For me, it's only not a 10 because of a few reasons. One, I was really expecting MJF. This is a personal thing. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they got something special lined up for MJF return, so that's just personal. Another thing is some of these AEW, they just run too long. I really want Tony Khan to just push it back. If you're going to run a long pay-per-view, just push it back a little bit. Start at 6, 5.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I rather do like, if you look at the poster, right, we got 8 Eastern time and we got 5 Pacific, I can't say the word right, Pacific time. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather start with the 5 than start with the 8. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do evenings, bro. Like, I get off work at 7 and it's like, dog, I can't do it. I mean, I can try, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to turn my alarm on just so I won't miss the Mercedes versus Chris match. And I'm glad I didn't miss it. Like, I'm so glad I was able to see the beginning. You know what I mean? I didn't care about, the tag team match for the $1 million match. I didn't care about that. The John and Kyle thing, I mean, I want to go back, but I honestly don't care about that either. But if I do decide to go back, I'll probably just watch it on, like during, like maybe tomorrow, like at dinner or something. But other than that, like personally, I just wanted to see Chris Stanlander versus Mercedes. That was the reason why I wanted to watch Full Gear, because I wanted to see if Chris Stanlander is going to beat Mercedes. But the fact that it was like 12 a.m. when I watched it, bro, it was like, damn, bro. You know what I mean? This could have ended at least around 11. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't keep up with the timing, man. So I'm just glad I didn't fall asleep, man. That's all. I did fall asleep, but I didn't fall asleep to the important matches, and that was the AEW women's match, right, with Chris and Mercedes, and the main event. You know, I didn't want to miss that. So, hey, man. Great pay-per-view overall. Just couldn't do. Yo, Tony, can you just please next time do 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock? Like Survivor Series starts at 7 or 6. Can you do at least around afternoon or something like we did with All In? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. I just rather do that because evenings is just too much. I mean, you did this for double or nothing, and we didn't end the PLE until like 1 a.m. in the morning. So I'm just saying, like, chill with the timing, bro. But I am gonna, react to WrestleMania because he did make a video about Full Gear. Shout out to him for that. So, he got a part where he have Tony, explain why he can run it so long. So I'll make sure I react to that. All right, but let's get to the outro.
It's Saturday, bro. I'm on live like 1, 2 a.m. I didn't get off live till 2 a.m. I'm currently recording this 3 a.m. It just turned 4 a.m. Bro, let's try to push it back just a little bit, man. It's a little bit exhausting watching AEW pay-per-views, but at the same time, you're paying $50, and I'd rather feel like I got my money's worth than me paying $30 to $50 and get 3 to 4 matches like Lazy Levesque has been doing lately. TKO, $3 billion in debt. So maybe they can't afford to put on more than 3 to 4 matches. Who knows? But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, man. Oh, we got Raw on Netflix Monday, so I'll see y'all Monday night, man. Y'all be safe this weekend. Enjoy this Sunday, man. This is Bobby Monsoon, 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!
All right, well, shout out to Bobby Monsoon for that review. That was a great review. However, let's go ahead and watch BCB's reaction video. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, here's a screenshot right here. We're not going to waste no time. Let's go ahead and get started with this video right here from BCB.
Enough matches. No one can say that AEW doesn't provide story. If someone in 2025 says that I don't watch AEW because there's no story, you're a liar. You're a liar.
You motherfucking right?
And you're a liar. Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video today. Hope you guys are ready for my AEW Full Gear review. Shout out to AEW for going to not only my home state of New Jersey, but the place where I was born and raised, Newark, New Jersey, man. Shout out to the Prudential Center, man. I really wish I could have, went, but it's a lot going on, man. We got the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. It was a great boxing event that was put on yesterday as well that I was tapped in with. So, I didn't make it, but AEW comes to New Jersey often, and I will catch a show soon. That is the second milestone for me. Already been to SummerSlam, my first WWE show. But we're going to be talking about AEW Full Gear. I'm going to do my review different. I didn't catch the entire card because I was watching the boxing card as well. Shout out to Devin Haney and Abdullah Mason and Benavidez and Bam for getting the wins. And I had like AEW on my phone, Full Gear on my phone, and I had the boxing event on TV, but I was tapped in. So I got my notes here as well. Darby Allin versus Pac. I was very surprised that Pac actually got the W in this situation. Not super surprised, but I kind of see where this is going. Pac got the W, and we'll talk about Jon Moxley a little later on, but Pac got the W, which I love Pac. I'm a big fan of Pac. This match was straight. It was all right. Darby Allin, I wonder if he's ever going to get a world title. I wonder if Darby Allin is ever going to get a world title. And I say that because he was primed for it before he climbed Mount Everest, but I wonder if Tony Khan going to revisit that. Because I mean, he don't got to win every match to chase being a world champion, but it's interesting to see what Darby Allin is and what he's doing now compared to what I expected him to do once he finally came back. But I mean, Darby Allin is still putting on good matches. I like Darby Allin more so than a lot of other guys in AEW, the Orange Cassidy of the world, the Danny Garcias, and all of them, and the Sammy Guevara probably my number 2 after Darby Allin as far as guys like in that range. And then Jungle Boy as a heel was dope to me. Not dope. Let me not say that. I don't like Jungle Boy either, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, Pat got the W. And you know what? No, the match was good. You know what? The match was good. I'm not gonna say the match was straight. It was actually really good, actually. But that's one of the matches where I had it and I kept like having to look over. But yeah, the match was good for sure. But shout out to my dog, Pat, man. And Darby Allin put up a good fight as well.
Well, I don't know if Darby's going to get the title, but if he does get the title, it's going to be a minute because, you know, we got MJF in line, we got Will in line, so I would probably give it till 2027 for him to win the that title because we still gotta, you know, because people still think that Swerve is gonna get it, like, you know, BCB thinks he's gonna get it. You know, MJF is probably gonna get it because he still got the contract. Will Ospreay is probably gonna get it because it's predicted. I mean, I would say if in order for him to get it, he would have to wait until all of them get it. So I would give it to like 2027. If you ask me, I'll give it till then because, you know, you got 2 people ahead of you. So, I mean, well, three people ahead of you. So, and they gotta get this they gotta get AEW back up to the map. So, so Darby's gonna have a long wait, but you know, but that doesn't mean that he won't get it at all. It just means that we gotta you know, we gotta get the others, you know, the OGs to push this product up in order for him to get it. So I would say give it to 2027. But y'all comment down below, let me know when do you guys think he's gonna get the title? Y'all comment down below, let me know. Let's continue.
All right, we got Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir versus Tony Storm and Mina versus I don't want to say their team names versus Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. You know what? This and my bad, I'm tripping. And the Sisters of Sin as well. I'm tripping. This straightforward match is actually really good. I'm actually glad I got to pay a little bit more attention to this one because these are all teams that I like, and I really enjoyed what I was seeing in this match. I really think Megan Bayne, no. Marina Shafir is really better than what I thought she was. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I thought she was garbage. But when she got in those matches, what's the anarchy in the arena match, and when she got in what's the other one, that little blood and guts match, I'm like, Marina Shafir is actually like that. I knew Megan Bayne was like that. I knew everybody else in this match was like that, but Marina Shafir is actually growing on me. And if she can do, once the Death Riders thing is over, if she has a place by herself just as a heel and is still the similar character, I would like to see what she can do. But let me see. Did I write anything of note in this match? Obviously Tony Storm and Mina won the match. I think that Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir do work good together. I like Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale as a team. Actually would not be opposed to them being tag team champions one day. If not now, sometime. But I actually do like every team that's in this match, and I'll get to other things later on. I like every team that's in this match. I genuinely do. I think they were paired together very well. And I think it's a good setup for the future of the AEW women's division because they have a lot of women with nothing to do. And I think the tag team belts are going to help a lot of women get to the belts. And then once the TBS championship is available after Mercedes Moné run, then the women's division of AEW will pick up. So yeah, that's that. And like I said, I'm doing my review a little bit different. I think what matters a lot about Full Gear were the results of the matches. And the matches, I think all the matches were decent, were great. Except I didn't watch the pre-show. I'm not watching Costco Man and Costco Boy versus. I'm not doing all that. And as far as Okada and Takeshita teaming up, I knew they was going to lose. So and I did see that Okada was catching Takeshita by accident. So I knew it was no point in me watching that. But yeah, this was a good one. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I thoroughly enjoyed the match. And it's very interesting, and my neighbors are don't worry about that. It's very interesting to see, just the chemistry and the dynamics of everybody involved. I'm not like spots are good, and I love spots, but like I'm not about to call out every spot that was crazy unless it was really, really crazy. The Pac versus Darby Allin spot where Darby Allin actually didn't get pinned after the clothesline that was a good spot that I'm gonna call out. But I like Marina Shafir and Megan Bain's teamwork. And once, both the babyface teams actually started going at it, it picked up for me because obviously it was going to be both the heel tag team, both the babyface tag team working together. But once the babyface started going at it, I think the crowd really got to make a decision of who they want to win. And I think that Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron should I would take them over Timeless Tony Storm and Mina, but Timeless Tony Storm and Mina won this match. But in the end, I don't think they're going to win the war, so to speak.
Well, I mean, I did say that in my last video that just because they got a stipulation match doesn't mean they're most likely going to win it. But again, star power, you got to think about it. Tony got star power. Mina with Tony got star power, But, again, Megan, she's getting there, you know what I mean? But Marina, not so much. But she can, though. You know what I mean? As for Penelope, I don't know why she's still walking around. She should be at home, but, y'all want to keep her around for some reason. I don't know why, but she's there. So, listen, hopefully Will Nightingale and Harley Cameron, aka my baby mama. Hopefully she'll get the dub, so that way, Daddy can, make her some grub for her celebration. But also, I'm also hoping that Megan Bain and Marina will take the belts. Just saying. I think they can do something with those belts. You know what I'm saying? I just, those are the only two teams I could think of. And plus Sisters of Sin, I think either one of them taking the belts will be much better. But I could do a poll, first thing tomorrow. So that way, you guys can vote and see who can, get these belts and who don't. Y'all let me know. But my pick, if I have to pick, I pick Sisters of Sin. But if it ends up being Marina and Megan, then I'm fine with that. If it be Willow and Harley, I'm fine with that. If it ends up being Tony and Mina, I'm partially gonna be fine with that. But the reality of it is, we need new talent. And Tony already won a belt. Mina already won the belt, so let's give it to people that have it. All right? So hopefully either one of those three win a belt, because Tony and Mina already won it. So, again, let's let somebody else get it, But if they win it, again, it's star power, it's to bring popularity to the belts. So I could see why he would want those two to win it, just because, he wants to bring popularity to the belts. So I understand. But, still, we got to build new stars. All right, and I say let's start with Megan and Marina, or Sisters of Sin, or Willow, or or Harley. You know what I'm saying? Willow and Harley. You know, Babes or Raph. You know, so we'll see. We'll see. But let's continue with the video.
World Tag Team Championship match. The only thing that matters is that Brandito is no longer a tag team champion, bro. God is good, isn't he? God is good, isn't he, man? I'm not even,
not like
bro.
Bandito.
I'm not even the biggest FTR fan, but this could set up Edge and Christian going after the tag team belts, which would be sensational.
You motherfucking right?
And Edge and Christian, you know, reliving their tag team glory. The Hardys got belts. The Dudleys, the Hardys got to have a match. So I would love to see Edge and Christian be tag team champions again, and beating FTR would be great. But I will say, I don't have nothing against Bandito. Brody King's actually one of my favorites in AEW, but I want Brody King to either link back up with Buddy Murphy, Buddy Matthews, whatever the case may be, or just do his thing. Because as a solo wrestler, when he was competing in the Continental and all that type of stuff, Brody King was doing very well. So I'd rather see Brody King do his own thing than link up with some random mass man number 7 that's signed to AEW. And Bandito, he got enough stuff to do. So I thought them being a tag team was always stupid anyway. So shout out to FTR. I'm not the biggest FTR fan, but I do appreciate their style of wrestling. It reminds me of like the Lance Cage, Trevor Murdoch, the Rene Dupree's, and the William Regal. You know what I'm saying? Like those type of guys who guys don't really pay attention to, but you know they're super necessary and they wrestle very good matches. But you don't want to give them credit. They come from like the Finley school of, you know what I'm saying, those type of wrestlers. So that's why I can respect FTR. You don't got to do a damn backflip to be a good wrestler.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I did say in the beginning of the video that this was the definition of cinema. And we're definitely going to get cinema part 2 with Edge and Christian versus FTR. So hopefully that match do numbers, because we need that. Because the last one, All Out, was okay, but they were fighting for air, and that's not what we want. We want the belts on the line. So hopefully we can get that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get that. And when we get that, it's going to be sensational, just like BCB said. And it better go viral, because we need more people to watch AEW. And after now that Swerve is back, and hopefully MJF and Will, and hopefully Jay White as well, you know, we can finally get them numbers back up. And hopefully it can get back up to 800. You know what I'm saying? For Dynamite, and you know, maybe 6 for, for Collision, because it needs more work. But yeah, man, we can get that shit set up. It's lit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to see that. But yeah, we're definitely going to get that. It's going to be awesome. So let's continue.
Ricochet, man, listen, man, I almost cried, bro. Ricochet finally is a champion. My dog Devin Haney won the belt yesterday. My dog Ricochet won the belt. And yes, Orange Cassidy didn't win. Sorry, Orange Cassidy fan. You know what? Y'all know how I used to be on Dragon Lee. I'm about to be on Orange Cassidy, because y'all are making me now. But anyway, man, Ricochet won. The casino battle royales and gauntlets and stuff like that, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's fun to know who coming out next, is who, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, the main thing about this was Bobby Lashley and Shelton. And you know, then Ricochet came out on the mic. He like, man, we want to see y'all go at it, blah, blah, blah. I like the table spots that was in this match. And I'm just happy Ricochet won. And that's really all I care about. I've been campaigning for Ricochet to get a title since he turned heel. And now he's finally got a title. So let's see what he can do. And I was also a person that was campaigning saying adding another title was dumb. But based off of what they got going with Okada and what he doing to that belt now, I do think they need this belt, because his belt is only about Takeshita. That's what his title reign is about now. Takeshita going to take the belt off him. That's all it's about. And now, like, people not even getting real opportunities to take the belt off of Okada. So this belt was necessary.
I don't know if I should speak about the Takeshita and Okada situation. I mean, they haven't switched yet, so I don't know if I should speak on that. But however, Ricochet winning was a 5 out of 5, but Wrestling Republic gave it a 4.25 out of 5. It's all right. It's, I get their vibe. You know what I'm saying? I get their vibe. I mean, I'll give it that too. But him winning was a 5 out of 5. But the match itself, yeah, that makes sense. 4.2 is justified. So now that he won the belt, hopefully he get that title run that he's looking for and that we're looking for, and hopefully he can get some opponents. I don't know who, but I can't even think of nobody that could be his last opponent. If it ends up being Shelton Benjamin, I mean, that would be great. But we got to figure out what to do with Bobby Lashley. So we'll see how that goes. I think he should go after Okada, but Takashita, he gonna take the belt. So I just wonder if he take the belt. Can we get Bobby Lashley versus Takashita? Something to think about, but let's continue.
Speaking of taking the belt off of people, man, I'm gonna jump around. Let me see is that next in my notes? That's not next in my notes, but I'm gonna jump around, man. Kyle Fletcher did not deserve to lose that belt, bro. Mark Briscoe's an underdog. People love him. Shout out to Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe is a Mick Foley-esque type of guy, making other guys look good, carrying underdog storylines and being the crazy character and taking the good bumps. And I respect that. But Kyle Fletcher is the future. Kyle Fletcher's TNT championship reign was underwhelming, and I love Kyle Fletcher to death. But it was underwhelming, and I have to be completely honest about that. But, I mean, Mark Briscoe, man, he's a dog, bro. Mark Briscoe with dog. Did y'all see that man's face? Did y'all see Kyle Fletcher had to dry up blood on him? I'm like, man, they went to war. They did their thing, but I was very disappointed that Kyle Fletcher lost. I mean, I'm a big Kyle Fletcher fan, big Austin Theory fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like guys like that with that kind of archetype, a young Randy, type of archetype. I like those type of wrestlers. So I'm hoping that I think Kyle Fletcher turns babyface with Takeshita, and they turn on the Don Callis family, and that's why they took the belt off of Kyle Fletcher, so he could help Takeshita get the title from Okada. That's why I think they did it, but we'll see. But nonetheless, good match nonetheless. Let's see what Mark Briscoe can do with the belt. I'm sure, rest in peace, his brother. I'm sure he's proud of him. And Tony Khan, Mark Briscoe has been putting in a lot of work, so it was nice of Tony Khan to do that. So I you know what, even though I'm mad Kyle Fletcher lost, I respect it at the end of the day.
Dang, I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna be honest. I was just thinking that he was gonna lose it and then just get it back. Honestly, I mean, but Wrestling Republic gave it a 5 out of 5. I mean, look, I didn't watch the whole match, but I will say watching half of it. I'd probably give it a 4. I'll probably give it a 4 out of 5, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, that's just me. I'll give it a 4 out of 5, but I understand why they gave it a 5 out of 5 because of the storytelling. But other than that, I still think that Kyle should be 2-time, but if he doesn't get the belt back, I definitely want to see him go after the AEW world title. But I still think he should win the belt back, and he probably will. But that's down the road because I don't think he's ready for the AEW world title yet. Because you gotta let the OGs carry that belt for now until it's time. And hopefully Darby Allin will get his as well, but we gotta wait. So. But we'll see. I mean, but I don't think Kyle gonna win it like that. You know what I'm saying? I still think he's gonna try to go back after the TNT title and then try to get that 2-time reign and then try to make up this one. So we'll see who Mark's opponent's gonna be, but we have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, I never thought of that Kyle and Takashita was going to work together, but if that's the case, then cool. But we have to wait and see, unfortunately. And plus, the Dodcast family, they're still dealing with the elite. So, I mean, do we have enough members? I mean, look, if that go down, then okay. But do we have enough members to take down the Dogcast family? Do we? I hope we do. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long one. But we'll see. I mean, is it gonna go down like NWO? I don't know. Because you already know where the Death Rider is gonna go. So, but yeah, well, let's continue.
So back on track, Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly, and I know exactly why Jon Moxley lost. Pack 1, Jon Moxley lost because the Death Riders are gonna start looking at Jon Moxley like, yo, you kind of soft, bro. You've been taking a couple L's. We haven't been winning because of you. We ain't been winning because of you, and you've been taking L's. Get out this group. And that's probably what's going to happen. Or Jon Moxley's going to get jealous of Pat because Pat came back and he's on fire and Claudio's doing good and this person's doing good. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something along those lines. And that's going to be the end of the Death Riders. That's the reason why they're doing this. And it's not a bad thing to do. It's just, I actually like the Death Riders now. I mean, when he was holding that belt hostage for all that time, it took me a while to appreciate the great heel work that Moxley was doing. And I definitely was wrong about it. But I like Jon Moxley as a heel. I can see Jon Moxley getting betrayed by the Death Riders and becoming face, but man, heel Moxley is really hitting for me right now. And I like his backstage promos where he just screaming at the camera with no shirt on and everybody just standing behind him looking goofy. But that's just me. So we'll see where we go from there, guys. We'll see where we go from there. But man, I like Kyle O'Reilly. I like Kyle O'Reilly since he was one of my favorite members of the Undisputed Era in NXT. I don't know why. I'm just a weird guy. I always thought Kyle O'Reilly was nice. Him and Roderick Strong are nice. They're very underrated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy Kyle O'Reilly got a W, and it was a good W. It wasn't a ticky-tack W. No holds barred match, right? It was going crazy. This is probably one of the best matches of the night, in my opinion. But commentary was really good as well. And having Brian Danielson on commentary, definitely, was something. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen with him specifically. But man, it was a great match. Moxley was going crazy in my opinion, and Kyle O'Reilly did his thing.
Yeah, I mean that was a great match too. But what the fuck we gonna do with John? Bro, about to get towed up. What the hell we gonna do with John, man? Cause you already know Pac about to go crazy on dog. Oh my god. Oh bro. Hey, I'm gonna miss the Death Riders, man. But I think there's still gonna be a group, but we'll see. I mean, John might take them all down. I don't know what he gonna do with Marina, but shit. If we bring Shania Blazer, we might be good. You know what I'm saying? But, we can get Shania and Marina teaming up, or we can have Shania go solo. But I think those two gonna team up. They got history in NXT, so. But yeah, man. Can you imagine if Ronda Rousey come back and all three of them work together? I don't think Ronda's gonna wrestle, but we can at least have a manager. They can at least have a manager. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It's cool. Shania probably don't want to do that. That's fine. But yeah, no, I can't wait for the portrayal. Daniel, I don't know if Daniel gonna laugh at it or he probably just gonna just be quiet about it. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, well, get well soon, Kyle. Yeah, he broke his arm, but it's okay. We'll pray for him. Hopefully we'll send it. We're sending healing energy through the grace of God. So, hope he gets well. Yeah. Let's continue.
Oh man, one of my favorite moments of the night. Oh man, the Young Bucks coming to save Kenny Omega. Now I'm jumping the gun. I don't give a damn about the match. I'm going to be honest with you. Young Bucks and Kenny Omega back together, bro. Now this is a moment I was waiting for some time. I love when the Elite is together. Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, man. I'm looking forward to wherever they go with this. I just need Kenny Omega to stay around. And Kenny Omega is the Roman Reigns of AEW, believing and coming back hella often. I'm like, bro, relax, bro. Like, just stay here for a second. We need you, baby. We need you. I love Kenny Omega, one of my top 3 wrestlers right now. I'm talking about
I wouldn't
skill.
compare him to
Yeah.
Roman
And
Reigns.
just being an overall wrestler, Kenny Omega, Seth, and Will Ospreay are still up there for me. Skills pay the bills, in my opinion. But yeah, man, the Young Bucks, they won the money, but then they said, F the money. We gonna go save Kenny Omega and reunite with our brother, even though we won the match. So I'm very happy with that outcome. That was good for the fans. This was a show that I definitely wish I would have went to, but I don't have what's it called? I don't have FOMO.
I mean, yeah, I didn't care about the match either. That's why I fell asleep on it. But however, seeing them back together was great. But he forgot about one person though. Adam Page used to be part of the league as well. So, but I don't think he's gonna join right now, just because he's dealing with the ops. But I think once he's done with the ops, maybe he might get to that. I don't know. And honestly, I can I even see Adam Page getting that belt back? I'm gonna be honest with you. The only way he could get that belt back is if he, gets some opponents. Because I feel like, the only opponents he had was Kyle Fletcher and John Moxley and Samoa Joe. Everybody else, I don't even, I don't think I remember like that. So he only had 3 opponents. I don't know who else is gonna be in the cut, but we'll see. But we can get a long title run with MJF and Will Ospreay, and that would be great. But as for Darby Allin and Kyle Fletcher, I mean, they're going to have to wait till 2027, if you ask me. They're going to have to wait. It's going to take a minute for them to win the belt. It's going to take a while. Unless they, give everyone short title runs, which I don't think that's a good idea. Because, if they bring you all the viewership, then, you might want to stick with that person until you can get your ratings back up, just like with Roman Reigns, you know what I'm saying? They build the bloodline story, and then as soon as they build a bloodline story, they got their viewership back. So, I say do the same thing with Swerve, MJF, and Will, But yeah, we'll wait on the second round for Adam Page. We'll wait. Don't worry, Adam. We got you, but we're going to have to wait on you, man, because, we got to get Swerve and Will and MJF back on track, along with Jay White. So let's wait on them. But let's continue.
Mercedes Moné, the CEO, my favorite women's wrestler of all time, lost. She did not obtain the 15, 16, 17, 18, 20th belt. She didn't do it, but she is still one of the GOATs. She still put on a fantastic match with Chris Big Booty Statlander. I love Chris Statlander's entrance. I feel like the crowd didn't give the entrance enough credit with the little spaceship landing and stuff like that. I thought Chris Statlander had a fire entrance. I thought Mercedes Moné does what Mercedes Moné does best, entertain the crowd. I love Mercedes Moné. I'm a glazer. I'll glaze until the end because Mercedes Moné is that talented. And for me, officially, two more, like something else is gonna put her over Charlotte Flair as the GOAT for me. Unless Charlotte Flair gets one more run. But they're very neck and neck. But I think Mercedes Moné is going to get there for me. And I'm very objective with my GOAT status and top 10s and top 15s, and things like that. But Mercedes Moné has been putting on banger matches consistently for how long? And she hasn't been getting the credit that she deserves, in my humble opinion.
Well, the good thing about Mercedes Moné is that she's still on top along with Toni Storm. So it's great to see AEW women getting the credit that they deserve, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully Chris will get there as well. But, hey, listen, it's all part of the storyline. So the fact that that Chris Statlander retained with a alleged injured elbow, it is great that she was able to maintain the match even while she was hurt, I still think she should get some time off, at least give her 2 weeks off, and then have her come back strong, you know what I'm saying? She could rest that elbow, you know what I'm saying? If it's really bruised, Because we know Mercedes going to want a rematch. And if I was her, I would move on because you moved on from Toni Storm. Well, so move on from Chris Statlander. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair that you get to move on from Tony, but you can't move on from Chris. Come on now. Like leave Chris alone and let's get Athena to face Chris at the next pay per view. So hopefully we can get that. Also, Wrestling Republic gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Decent. But still, yeah. Let's get that. Let's set that up. And then as for Mercedes goals, I would love for her to defend her TBS title at the next pay per view, and hopefully it's with Holly Cameron. You know what I mean? So if she doesn't win the tag team belts, so let's set that up. Let's do it. But let's continue with the video.
And then last but not least, Swerve back, baby. Yeah, Samoa Joe, the new champion. Only reason why Samoa Joe, in my opinion, beat Hangman Page is because they want Swerve to get the belt. Swerve beat Samoa Joe for the belt the first time. How apropos, as Cody Rhodes would say, if he come back and beat him the second time. Samoa Joe's not going to have a long title reign. I thought Hangman was going to have a longer title reign, but we still have the story of Hangman and Swerve, even though Swerve helped him at WrestleMania, All In, which was great. It's going to be great to see them actually link up and team up. And then Hangman returned the I just cooked Hangman to return the favor for Swerve and help Swerve obtain that belt from Samoa Joe. And by the way, Hook is back with the Ops. Hook turned heel, which okay. I just thought I had to mention that. I forgot about that, by the way. Hook is back with the Ops. So I'm happy Swerve back. New theme song. I already shared my thoughts about his that and how the fans are mad. I'm not mad at it, bro. Let people evolve and move on. And the new theme song is kind of dope to me. Sound like some Nas type of swag, but
yeah, I don't know if Swerve gonna take the belt, but I hope he does. And if he does take the belt, that's good. But however, you got to watch out for MJF because he might cash in on Swerve. So, hopefully that don't happen. But if it does happen, it better bring some viewership. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because if MJF come back with star power and he brings like 1 million views every time he cut a promo or does a match, anytime they upload on YouTube, then, and bring the cable ratings up, then you're going to have to go with him until, they can figure out what to do with Swerve and Will and all of them. So hopefully it works out for him. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it does. But I also would like for Swerve to do his thing as well. So hopefully Swerve can do big things with the belt. Hopefully he can connect with the rap industry. And then hopefully if he wins the belt and get a little title reign on, hopefully he'll bring some exposure to the belt. You know what I'm saying? And be 2-time AEW World Champion. So hopefully it works out. Otherwise, give it to MJF because, like I said, that star power is what you need right now in order for people to tune in. So hopefully it works out. But yeah, let's continue.
Overall, I thought Full Gear was fantastic. I didn't even have to catch the whole thing, which I'm actually happy that I didn't because I don't need to watch 10, 11 matches. You know what I'm saying? I watched the matches that mattered and I saw the spots that mattered and I saw the results and I had a good time. Overall, I got to watch boxing and wrestling basically at the same time, even though wrestling was, pretty much over, at a certain point. So I was good. I got to watch a lot of Full Gear because boxing was over like 10, something like that. And then Full Gear, you know what I'm saying? I already had it on. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for love and support. I'll give Full Gear a A- out of, an A- grade.
You motherfucking right?
I give Full Gear an A- grade. I thought it was fantastic. I think with every pay-per-view, AEW always performs well because they know they give you enough matches. No one can say that AEW doesn't provide story. If someone in 2025 says that I don't watch AEW because there's no story, you're a liar. You're a liar.
You motherfucking right?
And you're a liar. That whole pay-per-view had stories. Even the matches over some money had stories. So if you say in 2025 that AEW doesn't have any stories, and that's why you don't watch, you're a liar and you don't watch the product. But like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for love, support as always. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys very soon. A- from your boy. Peace out.
Yeah, shout out to BCB and Bobby Monsoon for doing these reviews, man. It's great that we, these two kept up with the content. But I know Bobby gonna keep up, but BCB, he'll do short clips here and there. But I'm glad that he did a review on it because it was necessary. It was only right, like YG say. But I just want to let you guys know that this Wednesday we're going to have the semifinal for the women's tag team gold, and we're going to have Babes of Wrath versus Sisters of Sin. So this is going to be part of the finals. I haven't got a poster yet for Tony and Mina versus Megan and Marina for the semifinals, but however, I will react to it once it come out. Also, I got a special announcement for you guys first thing on Monday, so make sure you guys tune in for that. It's for War Games, so obviously, next week around Saturday, that's when it's coming on. So I got some content for you guys, and I'll announce everything first thing tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in. All right, but get in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about Full Gear. Did y'all like it? Would y'all give it a 1 out of 10? I mean, scale from 1 to 10, you know what I'm saying? And let me know, how would you, what would you rate that? And let me know what you like about it. What's your favorite match in that match card of Fall Gear? And yeah, man, shout out to Tony Khan for putting on one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time. Full Gear was awesome. And I'm definitely going to rewatch it for sure on HBO Max. So, hey, man, y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? And also, be aware, I got an announcement tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune in. If you subscribed already, turn on your notifications. If you haven't subscribed already, still turn on your notifications, all right? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? I'm out.